Next question si Kimbert. Tanong po, Sir Fitz, ano po ang advantage and disadvantages of REITs? Advisable ba na diversified rin ang REITs investment? Nag-i-invest ka rin ba sa REITs? Okay, so ito na lang yung una ko sasagutin. Yes, nag-i-invest ako sa REITs. Disclosure, I have A-REIT, yung sa Ayala, and RCR, yung sa Robinsons. Yun lang yung dalawang REIT na meron ako. Ano po ang advantage and disadvantages of REITs? So, ang nakikita kong advantage sa kanya is you have an asset na parang stocks. So, syempre, among all paper assets, yung stock market or yung stocks usually has the highest potential for long-term returns. No? So, meron kang stocks. Basically, if you buy REITs. Another advantage of that is meron kang dividend. So, meron kang regular cash flow. Para kang nag-invest sa bonds. Meron kang i-expect na pera na parating regularly. So that's the advantage, but somehow it is also the disadvantage. Ano yung disadvantage? Kasi nga it behaves like a stock company, so the price can be volatile. Baka pag kailangan mo ng magbenta, kailangan mo na ng pera at kailangan mo ibenta yung mga shares mo ng REITs, baka mababa yung stock market. So pwedeng lugi or sobrang baba nung profit mo. So, yun yung isang disadvantage kasi it will still behave like a stock. So, the volatility will be there. Another disadvantage I would say is yung dividends, it's not really that high. As in, you can live off the dividends that you'll receive. Which is the same for other dividend paying stocks. Yung nare-receive mo na dividends from REITs, sorry for the term, but barya lang din yan. But in any case, it's still dividends that you can reinvest, and over time, magkakaroon yan ng significant impact. But if you are investing in REITs for the cash flow, tapos ine-expect mo yung cash flow, yun yung gagamitin mo for your everyday living expenses, I don't think that's possible. Ang strategy talaga dyan, pag sa mga dividend-paying stocks like REITs, is yung nakuha mong dividend, ipambibili mo ulit ng shares. So, habang nagre-reinvest ka na parami ng shares mo, eventually, as the stock price appreciates in the future, times 3, times 4, times 5 na yung stock price. By the time that you need the money and you want to sell your shares, significant na yung amount na makukuha mo. But to expect that you can live off the dividends of these stocks, then hindi siya possible. It would be better to invest in I would say a business, kasi mas malaki yung kinikita ng isang negosyo. Mas mataas ang cash flow ng isang business. But putting up your own business has higher risk as compared to investing in stocks. Siguro, one thing that you need to remember when you're investing in REITs is, ang pinaka-importante dyan is ano ba yung properties na nasa portfolio. Kasi just because kilala yung company or gusto mo yung company doesn't mean na magiging profitable na kagad yung REIT nila. For example, yung A-REIT, yung Ayala Land na REIT. So, ako, syempre, meron akong medyo bias sa Ayala. So, nung nagkaroon sila ng REIT, ni-research ko siya. But, just because Ayala Land or Ayala Corp is doing well, doesn't mean na yung A-REIT mismo ay magiging profitable. Bakit? Kasi yung A-REIT, within the portfolio, may mga real estate properties na nagko-compose of the A-REIT. So, ang tanong talaga is, ano yung mga properties na yan? And pagdating sa A-REIT, a lot of them are office spaces, mga occupied ng BPO, and they are in a good location. So, sa akin, kung ako yung may-ari nitong mga properties na to, and based dun sa trend ng location and dun sa status ng mga mga tenants, ay magiging stable yung cash flow ko. So, I decided to buy the A-REIT kasi okay yung composition ng real estate or yung property portfolio niya. So, before you buy an A-REIT or invest in a REIT, before you invest in a REIT, mag-due diligence ka dun sa property portfolio niya. Okay? So, yun yung mga naisip kong advantages and disadvantages of REITs. Advisable ba na diversified rin ang REITs investment? It's always good to diversify, but when it comes to REITs, siguro 2 na REITs is okay. Tapos yung REITs na bilhin mo, if possible, magkaiba ng location. Kasi kung bumili ka ng 2 REIT, both of them are in NCR, then yung 2 mong REIT, they are in competition of each other, 'di ba? So parang ironic. So mas maganda kunwari you buy a REIT na yung portfolio niya, for example, nasa Cebu, tapos yung isang REIT nasa NCR. So ibang market yung kinikater nila, so hindi sila in competition with each other. So in that way, you can diversify. But buying a lot of REITs, I don't think that's a good idea. Mas maganda na siguro yan mga 2 REIT, tapos you consider mga individual stocks na sa stock market, may mga index companies, tapos you can also invest in an equity fund para you have an opportunity to earn from second liner, third liner, kasi may mga growth equity funds na bumibili ng mga ganong companies. So I think that's a better way to diversify your stock market portfolio. Wag tayong bumili ng sobrang daming stocks, no? Hindi kayo gumagawa ng sarili nyong mutual fund. So 3 to 5 stocks is enough. Just sa 3 to 5 stocks na yon, siguro 2 stocks na individual, isang index fund, which is basically yung FM ETF, tapos 2 REIT, no? Pwedeng ganon. But depende sa inyo kung ano yung goal ninyo at ano yung mga preferred nyo na mga companies. Kasi minsan, kung ano yung company, yung values and principles ng companies, that's also a reason, no? That's also important na factor sa mga bumibili. May mga friends ako na, for example, they don't like alcohol, so yung mga Emperador, yung mga San Miguel, yan, hindi nila binibili. So, things like that. Depende na sa inyo. But always do your own research.